Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, folks. Michael Zuber, one rental at a time, back with Matt, the mortgage guy. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good, Mike. I'm glad we meet on Wednesdays, and it always.
It's always Fed Day.
Yeah.
Wednesdays are always Fed Day. So we're gonna do what we always do. We're gonna play the percentage game, right? 0 to 100%. What do we think they're gonna do? And today, I think we have the bonus of playing how does the news conference go? Because I think that's where all the action will be. So again, I will give you the numbers and you tell me what percent of 100 you think the outcome is, and then we'll talk about the news conference. You ready?
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I feel like this Fed meeting, I've been more vocal about what I predict. Whether I'm right or wrong, it's just fun
to guess, right?
I put in a couple of places like internally at U Mortgage too, where I'm like, this is my official, like, so you have it timestamped that I said it before of what I think. And I might be completely wrong. I might look like a complete idiot afterwards, but
it's fine. You took a shot.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what I like to do. I like to take a shot because when you're right, it's fun. And then when you're wrong, it's like, I missed. My crystal ball is as broken as yours.
Yeah.
So 50% or less, or 50 basis points or less. What percent of 100 do you think there's a chance of that?
50.
Really? So
yeah.
Okay.
And I think that, like, although you're bucketing it 50 or less,
yeah,
it's 99.950. Like,
okay, so 50. Okay.
Yeah,
so you have
50%
guess. All right. And then 75?
40%.
And then 100.
10%. 10% is probably strong. It probably should have been 45.5.
Okay, so 50, 45.5.
Yeah, that's final answer.
All right. I will give you 0, 100, and 0. So I'm calling 75.
And you're thinking just like they're just gonna
give the market what the market wants.
Yeah, I mean, I think I always fall into this. It's me wanting to project like, this is what I want, so I'm going to put it out there, right?
Well, that's one way to do it.
Yeah, right. We're like, maybe if I say it, it's more likely to come true. I feel like, yeah, what do they say? Like, you speak it into existence or whatever, because yeah, I mean, 75 is the safe play. I don't know. I have this weird gut feeling. And that's where, like, this meeting, I feel like they're going to do 50 and they're going to find a way to explain why they did.
I mean, that's certainly, that's so now let's go to the news conference. And I did this on my daily financial news. I think the Fed has 4 choices. Again, in my opinion, post 75. 1, they come out like Jackson Hole. More pain coming. We're not done yet. Blah, 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 right? Ultra hawk. 2, they could come out and say, we've given you this is the last big one. We're going to go slower after this. Hence, December's 50. They could come out and say, wow, we are seeing some cracks. We have more work to do, but we're not sure how big to go from here. Basically saying 25 is possible in December. Or they can come out and say, you know what? This is the last big one. We're just going to chill for 2 or 3 months, meaning a pause in December. So in my opinion, today is 75. They will either paint the picture of 75 is coming, 50 is coming, 25, or 0. So let's talk about December. What do you think? Again, your crystal ball is as broken as mine. What do you think they're going to talk about?
Yeah, if I'm using my bias lenses, and I'm
very biased lens,
and I'm just going to be honest, right? It's like, yeah, I deal with home buyers every day that are struggling with the interest rates, struggling with affordability. I'm rooting for them. If the Fed has a way to explain their way out of why they did 50, and then they continue into the press conference, and here's why we're going to do 25, and this is a little bit of a pump the brakes and see what happens, then then my future bet is they project 25. December meeting 25.
Again, you're wrong, but that's okay. That's an opinion.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, so at the end of the day, this would be really fun. I'm going to post this video, probably make it go live at 11 o'clock, which it'll be right before the announcement, so that'll be fun. Really, for me, what this all boils down to is not really December or today or December. It's really how high do they have to go? My fear, let's just pretend for a minute they gave us 50 today and they gave us 25 in December. That will feel good for a moment, in my opinion. What then will happen is the Fed will Greenspan us. And what do I mean by that? I don't know if you remember, but Greenspan raised rates a quarter, 17 meetings in a row.
Wow.
We're going to go up for the rest of the year, of most of 2023. I don't think that's a better outcome. I think that's death by 1,000 cuts. I would rather rip it off 75, 75, 50 done, and then we stay flat for all of 2023. But I don't know. I think the Fed's going to wimp out. I think Powell's going to. I want Jackson Hole Powell. I'm just not sure I'm going to get it.
Yeah, and so just to clarify too, like you want harder, faster, pain, get it
Rip
done
it off.
with, right? And I think 75-50 puts the Fed funds rate at 4.5, right? And if we go 50-25, we're at 4%. And you don't think it's enough?
No, dude, inflation's 8%. We got job opening JOLTS report yesterday up. Wage inflation today, the ADP report up. Jobs up. I mean, the consumer strong. Yeah, it's not enough. And again, if they want to slow down because Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders and all of these people are and President Biden are saying how many jobs do you have to lose, they're not going to like the outcome because it's just going to be a slow death, which is a lot more painful than rip it off so we can start to rebuild.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to more than I have past CPI numbers. Like this November 12th one is going to be the October reading, because I think that'll be interesting. And without that data now, it's probably hard for the Fed to do anything but the 75 that's been talked about. But I'm hopeful anyway.
Yeah. So again, since you brought it up, CPI, I think it is the 12th, 10 days away. I'm guessing just based on your kind of lean that you think it'll be in the 7s.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, because I think a major portion of that is housing, and like housing is flat or down. I mean, I feel like those numbers have to drag down.
Yeah, unfortunately, as like last year, I kept correcting CPI because housing was underreported because it lags. Even if housing owner's equivalent was down in real time, which I'm not saying it is, but if it was, it won't show up for 6 months.
Yeah, I mean, I'm arguing that it's overreported because it lags.
Because now, exactly. Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, before it was underreported. Now it will be overreported. That's what I'm telling you, is it will be overreported in November, even though real time is -3. It'll report 4 because the lag is 6 months.
Yeah.
So it's reporting old information.
I think they're getting like it's coming closer to reality, right? It was like 17.7 year over year, 15.2 year over year, 13.7 year over year. And so I think those numbers, even if they're not based on reality, they're trending down
in the right direction.
In the right direction. If housing makes up 30+% of CPI and those numbers start to reflect more what's going on today. I don't know. Maybe I'm reaching, man. Maybe I'm making the stats say what I want them to say, to do what I want to do, so that my people can get what they want to get.
There you go. Well, it's going to be fun to watch. Again, we only can bring the lens that we have, and I appreciate you coming back every week. If somebody wanted to reach out to Matt the Mortgage Eye, how would they do that?
Go to greatmortgagebroker.com. Now more than ever, I'm 100% confident you are going to get somebody who finds out where you're at, what you need, and gets in contact in a timely fashion and is able to help you. We're in 46 or 47 states. So nationwide, fill out greatmortgagebroker.com, fill out the form. We'll be in touch.
Awesome. Thank you so much.